Adiel will be taking on Vadeni in the Qatar Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, and Vadeni heading here for Jean-Claude Rouget and Christophe Simeon looking to complete the Prix de Jockey Club Arc double.
Yeah, Vadeni's been a surprise package all season. Surprised that he's actually rocking up in the Arc when for a long time it wasn't talked about. Surprised how easily he won the French Derby. And a surprise that he turned up at the Eclipse afterwards. But these are the 9 horses who've doubled up, won the Prix du Jockey Club and then the Arc in the same year. The last one to do it carried Vadeni's colours and indeed the jockey, Dalakani, in 2003. But what's significant, Martin, about the fact that there's no double up since 2003.
The race has been over 2 furlongs shorter.
Yeah, so I think it is meaningful that ever since the race was reduced in distance in 2005, we haven't had a horse who doubled up. And that is the key question with Vadeni. It's arguably the key question around the entire race, because the big thing is, if Vadeni's class can carry to 1.5 miles, then he's got a massive chance based on this alone. This is the French Derby, and he was 8-1 here. So it wasn't as if he was expected, and Jean-Claude Rouget himself said that I was slightly surprised that he was able to win so easily, and that's why they changed plan and went for the Sandown Coral Eclipse, when originally they'd been thinking about going for the Almanzor route. But this is really impressive. He was in the sweet spot of the race, but the way that he finished here suggested that he potentially at least could stay the 1.5 mile distance. So Christophe Simeon on board there. Don't underestimate his feedback into the conversation as well that has got Vadeni up until this point.
I wonder as well, when we're talking about whether he'll stay, I think there's one reason he's here compared to the conversations where he wasn't going to be there.
Yeah.
And that's the fact that Baid's going champion 6.
Yes, no, that is a big thing. And we're asking questions of Vadeni that we would have asked of Baid, i.e. will he stay? Well, one of the things we look at is pedigree. Look at this, because it isn't suggestive that this horse is going to relish 1.5 miles. He's by Churchill, who's sired 53 individual winners, but only 4 of those have come at 12 furlongs or more. And then look at the lineage, the distaff side of Vadeni's line. Vaderana, the dam, she won over 11 furlongs, but Vadeni is her 5th foal, and none of the previous 4 won at 1.5 miles. So it is a question mark against him.
Well, is the question, will he stay?
It's doubtful. Looking at his run,
I'd say not.
How he won a Sandown and a Chantilly was through his speed, an acceleration which the other horses can't match. If he can last that speed out, that is interesting. Quick word, Martin, just before we go on. Another horse, Ernesto, because he's obviously tied in with Vadeni, not once but twice. And this was the Grand Prix de Paris, a significant race in hindsight, because it involved the St. Leger winner and the winner of one of the Arc trials as well. This is Sim Camille, this is Eldar Eldarov, and this is Ernesto, who does have the same sort of turn of foot as Vadeni. And also, he's proven at 1.5 miles because this was the Arc course and distance. So 2 French 3-year-olds there, similar in terms of profile and form. Is either going to be good enough against the British heavy hitters?
Probably not, but one will stay and one won't.
Yeah.